Scotia's Attorney General says his department is now reviewing the information about allegations of misconduct revealed in a document we first told you about last night. A 2020 RCMP report was made public by the inquiry into the Nova Scotia mass shooting. CTV's Heidi Petracek has reaction.
Truro police chief had no idea allegations had been made against members of his force back in 2020. Allegations found in an RCMP report and reviewed by the province's police watchdog. His force's response, a statement reading in part, "No one from SiRT has ever contacted the Truro Police Service regarding these allegations, leaving us with minimal information to comment on." The Truro Police Service is pleased that SiRT investigated these allegations in 2020 and found no criminality. The fact Truro Police was never notified, surprising to this former police commissioner.
As a police chief, I would want to know they're looking at it for sure, because something could come out. That's their job, is to investigate. I'd be very concerned if I hadn't been made aware.
The July 2020 report details accusations against a municipal police force of, quote, serious criminal behavior and Police Act violations. The heavily redacted document released by the Mass Casualty Commission, the allegations not related to the mass shooting.
For some reason, we're not being allowed to know even the most basic details of what it's about.
And lawyer Michael Scott is concerned evidence before the commission offers contradictory explanations of why SiRT only reviewed the matter instead of conducting a formal investigation.
There's some suggestion that the referral to SiRT was refused on the basis of a lack of resources. There appears to be another account where it suggested that SiRT decided not to take it on for some other reason.
That other reason, apparent tensions between the RCMP and municipal forces in Nova Scotia. The head of SiRT at the time, Felix Cacchione, told the inquiry in an interview in September he didn't pursue the matter further because, quote, the report was second-hand. This was, two parties that didn't get along together, adding, it all didn't smell right to me and I didn't want to get into it. In a statement, the province's Attorney General says he's asked the Department of Justice to look into this. Oversight is a responsibility we take seriously, writes Brad Johns. I have asked the Department of Justice to review the information, and I will be considering whether further steps need to be taken. Heidi Petracek, CTV News, Halifax.
And among the 2,000 documents made public by the Mass Casualty Commission Thursday are photographs of evidence discovered at some of the crime scenes, not by police, but by private investigators. The items were collected a year after the killings by a private firm hired by lawyers representing families of the victims of the Nova Scotia mass shooting. Bullet casings, a melted push bar, and remnants of clothing are among the items gathered that were presented then to the inquiry. Lawyer Robert Pinio says some of the evidence could affect the inquiry's final findings.
The RCMP had an account of how one of the DeBert shootings took place, ignoring the glass that Martin and Associates uncovered, ignoring where the initial shots would have been taken, as evidenced by the collection of glass on the roadway.
Pinio says the physical evidence will be used as the civil suits against the RCMP and the province resume. Those proceedings had been put on hold during the Mass Casualty Commission.